Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. An earthquake shook the political world today in the departure of Tucker Carlson from Fox News. We are learning quickly about what is going on there. A lot of information coming through. It sounds like it was a purge from inside of Fox News that goes all the way up to the top. And we are looking into that right now. But what is Tucker Carlson going to do next? A lot of people are asking, will Tucker Carlson run for president? Wow. What do you think about that? What does Tucker Carlson think about that? We dug into the archives and actually found a couple of videos of Tucker Carlson being asked directly, will you run for president in 2024? And his answers are actually going to shock you. But check this out, and this I think is very interesting. This tweet alone from Arjun Singh, who is a writer at Tucker Carlson's website. So this is Daily Caller. This is a website that Tucker Carlson, he divested ownership from it, but don't act as though Tucker Carlson doesn't have influence at the publication. Tucker Carlson's own website is asking, will he run for president? Oh, that's an interesting way to seed that idea. Mounting from friends, like the friends who run the Daily Caller, and political operatives who say he'll be a formidable candidate and upset the Republican primary overnight. Of course he would. What does this article go on to say? Article says, speculation mounts that Tucker Carlson will run for president. He's running, tweeted Stephen Miller, a conservative commentator and editor at the Spectator, a sentiment that many media figures have rightly echoed. Significantly changes the 2024 primary overnight, wrote Phil Wegman, White House correspondent, for Real Clear News. Keep an eye out for a speech in the Granite State, tweeted conservative commentator Hugh Hewitt. Uh-oh. Wow. He's always downplayed the possibility of running for president, but that's a possibility now, wrote Chris Rufo, conservative commentator and fellow of the Manhattan Institute. Holy cannoli. Of course, Chris Rufo being a very, very famous activist himself. This is very, very interesting. He's a talented communicator with a massive platform. I think he'd be formidable, said Luke Thompson, a Republican political strategist who worked for Jeb Bush in 2016. This was echoed by others, such as Sam Nunberg, an advisor to Donald Trump, who predicted in 2020 that if Biden wins, Tucker decides to run, he would be the nominee. Whoa. Were Tucker Carlson to enter the 2024 primary, he would be running against Trump and prospectively Ron DeSantis, who is expected to announce his candidacy in May. Whoa. Well, Tucker Carlson and Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis, they have close relationships. Ron DeSantis is regular on Tucker's show, and Tucker just did an hour-and-a-half interview with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago weeks ago. So has Tucker ever been asked directly to his face, will you run for president? Yes, he has. We went through the archives. We dug up a couple of times that Tucker's been asked if he'd run for president. Check out this one from Iowa at a faith and family conference. This was fascinating. The response deserves to be heard in full because Tucker doesn't say no. Tucker essentially lays out why he should run for president when asked about it. After laughing it off. He laughs it off, and then he explains this beautiful platform as to what would happen if he ran for president.
Question. When you come back to next year's summit, what do you guys think? Should we have Tucker back to next year's summit?
All right.
When you come back to next year's summit, will you be the Fox News TV host interviewing potential presidential hopefuls, or will you be a presidential hopeful?
Oh, please. I mean,
you're a little flattered.
God knows what the future holds. Flattered? Yeah, you call me a politician, pal. Flattered. It was bad enough being a talk show host. Oh, God. I mean, I just got to be honest with you. My main... the people I'm maddest at in the world are the people who don't do their duty and leave the vulnerable exposed. It's the dad who leaves his kids. That's the guy I just like to punch him in the face. I mean it, because that's your duty. Those are your children, and you left. You don't care about them. That's the most basic violation there is. It's not what the enemy does to you. It's what people charged with ensuring your welfare do to you. And I really feel that way about a lot of leaders in the Republican Party. I'm sorry to say that. I do. And I'm not saying that out of ignorance. I spent 35 years there. My father worked for a bunch of Republican administrations. I was a kid in Georgetown. Like, I marinated in this. I know the people. And there's a reason that Republican voters chose Trump, despite all of this like giant orange guy. What? We've got a perfectly good Jeb Bush for you. Shut up and eat it. And they chose. No, it's true. It's true. That was the posture of my neighbors. I'm not kidding. I could tell you. I mean, you wouldn't even. I could blow your mind as a Washington D.C. resident of decades. But there's a reason, and the reason was Republican voters understood on a gut level that they were not always able to articulate that whatever Trump's problems, he kind of liked them. And these other people, they knew that when no one was watching, it was, the evangelicals, the snake handlers, whatever. And I saw that. So, and again, I am actually getting like crazy kind of religious in my old age in that I pray every day. I really believe in God. I mean that. But like, I'm not from an evangelical culture at all. I'm like from the opposite, whatever the opposite is. And over the years of living in Washington, I became so defensive about evangelicals. Like, anyone criticizing them would make me mad just because it's so unfair.
Tucker Carlson speaking there to Bob Vanderplatz, who is sort of the de facto owner of the religious right inside of the state of Iowa, talking about duty and obligation to country. Tim Pool saying Tucker Carlson 2024. Joel Fisher saying Tucker Trump 2024. What do you think? Look at the two of them. Clearly having a great time. Jeremy Boring, the co-owner of the Daily Wire, the most important voice on the right, just left the biggest media company on the right. Whatever Tucker Carlson decides to do next, he'll succeed. If that something is running for president, the entire game just changed. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, people are saying that Tucker could make an obscene amount of money wherever he goes. That's true. But the reality is, Tucker Carlson has millions and millions and millions in loyal audience. Could he run for president? Yes. Yes, he could. Yes, he could. People would follow Tucker anywhere. I know this because I've worked for Tucker. People do not watch Tucker because of Fox News. They don't watch Tucker because of the coveted 8 p.m. time slot. People don't watch Tucker because of the glossy ad campaigns. People watch Tucker because they're starving for truth. They will follow Tucker anywhere for it. Tucker Carlson's been asked in very complimentary and positive forums, like the Iowa forum I just showed you, whether he'd run for president, and then he's been asked inside of forums that are hostile to him, whether he'd run for president. Here's Semaphore asking Tucker the same question.
It's about your ambitions. You know, there are friends of yours, to the extent you've still got them in Washington, who are talking about you're running for president in 2024, and I'm curious what your thought process is around that.
I have zero ambition, not just politically, but in life. My ambition is to write my script, by 8 p.m. And I'm not just saying that. Ask anyone who works with me or knows me. I don't think that way. I don't want power. I've never wanted power. I'm annoyed by things. I want them to change, but I've never been motivated by a desire to control people. I despise the libertarians, but my instincts are almost all libertarian in that way, and that's true.
So is you're not running?
I'm not running. I
don't want to belabor that one.
I'm a talk show host, and I enjoy my job, by the way.
Yeah, but what if you weren't a talk show host, and what would you do with your substantial audience? Fox is dead, says Sagar and Jetty. Tucker was not only the biggest star on the network, he was the anchor for Fox Nation, best numbers in the key demo, and had the best tie-in with Trump. The audience will soon be as old as Murdoch himself. Yes. And now we're starting to read reports here that Rupert Murdoch is the person who actually ousted Donald Trump, along with, of course, his sons who run Fox News, who are big-time Joe Biden donors. So, yikes. Big yikes, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens, but many people are speculating Tucker for president? Let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Benny, fighting to save America. See ya. Thank you for watching. Our channel's here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears, they taste just like sweet, delicious ice cream. Salty, too. We ridicule the establishment and the libs because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you like what you saw, please punch the subscribe button, click like, and ring the little bell so that you know when we're live. Don't you want to know when we're live? And make sure that you subscribe to our email list just in case the plug gets pulled, as tends to happen. If you want to see more of our videos, click here or here. My name is Benny Johnson. Stay free, Base Patriots.